Okay, hello there, beautiful internet people. So I have decided to face a problem with my Gibson Les Paul traditional 2018 model. That bolt right here, I mean this whole bushing, this pole is loose because I don't know what seems to be a problem, but I don't know if the thread is worn out. I have never screw with it, you know. Screw with it, yeah. I've never moved it, and at one point when I was restringing the guitar, I have noticed that there is a slight space in between the washer and the bolt, you know, and the pole, the peg is slightly bent towards this direction. And it's really, I mean, it's not a problem, but it obviously shouldn't be like that. And since I don't have a proper nut driver, I forgot the name, never mind, but the pole is sticking, you know, it's way too tall and I can't get the proper branch, proper driver to actually screw it back in its place. I've tried it with a normal type wrench, you know, grabbing the bolt right here somewhere, but it was really inconvenient. And I think I don't know, it felt like the threads isn't really there, because when I was screwing it back on, I felt like, you know, there is a traction, and boom, it just, you know, it went off that traction, and there was no this tension, you know, when you screw something. It just felt like either the threads don't reach, you know, actually to get into place, or there's something wrong with the whole piece right here. So it really bothers me, because I mean, it interlates perfectly with this string, this string. There's no any visible problem except for the visual thing, and it can't be healthy when the string is pulling, you know, against the wood. It shouldn't be like that. So so I have ordered that tool made by Cruise Tools. Cruise Tools? No, sorry, that's not, because I have ordered another three-way wrench for nuts, for pots and nuts on the guitar. Oh, it's so dark in here. It's not even midday. It's not even noon yet, and it's already so dark. It's in November, so okay, let's light this place up. Okay, so a package from kitary.pl. See, that's not the only problem with my guitars, because of on the ESP guitar. I have actually, just give me a second. Actually, I have noticed when I was unboxing that guitar, I marked that the middle knob is loose, you know, and I thought it's like just slightly loose, like I don't know. I didn't think that there was actually something wrong with it, but this one, you know, it's perfect. This one feels perfect, you know, it doesn't move, but this one, the middle one, I don't know if you can see it. It's all over the place, and it has to be tightened up, you know. It's just driving me crazy, because someone at the kitary.pl should check this. I mean, it's like the basic thing, you know, to check the knob. This one is sturdy, you know, solid, and this one is just moving around. And it's not the only problem, you know, because when you get to the maximum value, if you turn it a little harder, the whole thing inside move as well, and it can't be healthy for the wires and soldering, and it's really driving me crazy. And if I want to fix it, hopefully not, hopefully I'm mistaken, but I might need, that's a sure thing. I'm gonna have to unscrew one screw here from the knob. I'm gonna take it off, and hopefully I can, with a proper wrench, with a proper key, tighten the screw without taking this whole thing, this knob, this knob, this knob. Sorry, this one is with the problem, so obviously I have to take it off. But if I can't reach that bolt, you know, to tighten everything up, I will have to take this plate, and that's not it, because if the whole thing moves, I'm gonna have to hold it, you know, from inside of the guitar cavity. So I'm gonna have to unscrew that plate here as well, this one. So I'm really angry, you know, I'm so angry that actually I was thinking yesterday of, you know, sending the guitar back, just, you know, deal with it. You haven't checked it when you, you know, deliver it, send it to me, shipped it to me. So yeah, take care of it, you know, I don't want it, but I mean, it's a great guitar, you know. I don't know how it will be. I know that I have to deal with it, you know, because hopefully it's a matter of tightening the bolts on both sides and everything will be alright, but this is kind of unacceptable. Not acceptable, okay? Because it's not like a cheapo guitar, okay? It's a premium priced guitar, and someone at guitari.pl should check the basics, right? Obviously, if he would check the knobs, if, you know, the switch, there's something wrong with it, yeah, right? So yeah, they should have taken it to the shop, you know, and fix it, because it's an easy fix. But I have to deal with it now, and I have like two options: either to you know, unscrew all those knobs, take the plates, and you know, fix it on my own, or send it back, you know. But it's just pointless sending it back just so someone can take this everything apart, you know, to tighten one bolt. So I guess I'm gonna have to do it. Hopefully everything will be all right, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm slightly disappointed with you, guitari.pl. So yeah, I would do it today, but I still don't have that second three-way nut pot wrench, and I'm not sure if the one I have ordered today would do it, okay? Because it's slightly different with the design, and it might not get into that spot I need it to be. So I'm not gonna mess around with it just to, you know, unscrew and see, okay, I can't do it because I don't have a proper tool to do it. So I'm just gonna have to wait with it. But actually, I'm gonna pull a trigger and I'm gonna try and fix that bushing on my Gibson SG, that loose Gibbs bushing, and I'm gonna try to screw that bolt back on to its place. So, oh, it's much smaller than I thought it's gonna be. So we've got Octopus by Music Nomad, 8-in-1 tech tool. Okay. All-in-one screwdriver, nut driver and hex wrench. Protects and maintains your instrument and sound. One of the things I really like about this, I liked about this tool is that it's made of plastic. I mean, it has its own advantages and disadvantages. The advantage is that it can scratch your finish on your guitar, you know, your silver stuff, you know, your chrome screws, nuts, and etc. You know, because it's plastic, so it's softer. Hopefully, it's not that soft. It's somewhere around here. It says it's made from ballistic plastic, so it's really tough. So it shouldn't, you know, it shouldn't wear out those holes. Plus, you don't really, you know, tighten everything so hard on your guitar. So this is what I'm gonna need. This is exactly what I'm gonna need. and this is supposed to be, it's a 10mm bolt hole right there. So let's take it. Flathead screwdriver, once we flip it. Okay, narrow. Yeah, let's take it out. Is there anything we need to know from here? I don't think so. Hex wrench sizes 10mm, 12mm, 14, 1.5 inch, I guess, 7 slash, I'm lost with this one. Okay, plus Phillips flathead screwdriver. So this is the tool. This is the tool. That's cute. Oops. Is it plastic? Yeah, it's a plastic as well. So the whole thing is plastic. This is not metal. This is not metal at all. Oh my god, I can't take it off. Now that's awkward, because I really can't take it off. Come on. Oh my goodness! Don't be an asshole. My hands are slippery. Never mind. Let's actually go somewhere where it's there is more light. I'm gonna have to go back there as well. It's coming off. But it doesn't really want to. Oh, come on! Actually, I'm gonna have to bite on it. It barely moves. Barely moves. Get off my screwdriver. There we go. So here's the thing. Music Nomad, 12mm, 14, 7/16 inches, I guess, 1/2 inches, 12 and 10. This is what I need. Hopefully it's gonna fix my Gibson, because otherwise I'm gonna have to ask for a key replacement, the whole thing, which is gonna be annoying because I don't want to mess around with my guitar. I just really don't want to, but so this goes, where is that? Okay, there we go. So it's too bad it's so short, you know, because I mean, it's enough, I guess, but if you are trying to adjust bridge saddles or something, you're gonna run in a trouble with the reach, because it's too short, you know. You need at least that long screwdriver to get to those saddles around the bridge sometimes. So okay, enough of talking. Let's see what else there is in the package, and then we're gonna test it out in actual scenario. Hopefully it's gonna fix it. Okay, what else have we got? We have got lots of different strings, because I still have not settled on the string gauge. I'm still battling in my mind what string gauge I should be using, you know. You know, there are days when I really like tens. I mean, not even days, moments, you know, when I really like to punch them. And there are days when I just, you know, the whole process of playing guitar just worries me that, oh my god, I don't want to, you know, squeeze this neck with all those strings. And then, you know, 8 gauge strings comes into my mind. Some 9s. 4 9s, 2 9s, 2 8s, 2 9s. This is all Guitar.pl had. at that time in their warehouse, and lots of tens, because I'm hoping to actually stay with tens on all of my guitars. The reason behind it was, you know, when I changed from hybrids from 46 to 9s on my Gibson Les Paul to 9s, I have noticed that some of the life in that guitar has died, you know, has died off, and there was something missing, that punchiness, that springiness in sound, that I don't know, there was something missing, you know. But yeah, I felt like it's probably all in my head. And when I've changed 10s, I think that those were 10s on the ESP Flying V, on the Arrow, no, it's not an Arrow, it's a V, on ESP V, from 10s to 9s, guess what? After like a year or at least 8 months, I have noticed the same thing, you know, that something died inside that guitar in terms of sound. There was something missing, and I have, like, in a span of 15 minutes, I have decided to go back to 10s. The thing is, I think the neck, actually, the neck relief, you know, the tension from the string changed, and the neck straightened out a little bit, and now I'm getting a little of fret bars, and it doesn't feel like perfectly like it used to be, you know. But I constantly try and keep that idea in mind, that there was something special with 10s, you know, that going down a gauge, I have noticed that something missing in my sound, the you know, the liveliness, the punchiness. But you know, I still, actually my finger is oily, that screwdriver was oily, but I still you know, keeping in mind that I'm gonna used to the sound, you know, I'm gonna used to it, and I'm gonna use either the 9s or 8s. I'm gonna try and keep the pressure same on the whole neck, you know. I don't want to use hybrids anymore. So for now, I'm gonna start with 10s on all of my guitars, you know. I'm just gonna really focus and try to actually play on 10s. And once I decide, you know, like it's making me not want to play a guitar because of the extra strength I have to put, you know, my fingers are really short, I can't get the neck around my hand like so, you know, I have to really put my thumb underneath the necks all the time, so I have to, you know, there's more strain on my fingers, and my guitars are not perfectly set up as well. So yeah, if I decide that 10s are just too much hassle for me, I'm gonna go, you know, 1 gauge lower. And if I decide I'm gonna still, you know, there's something still I don't like about 9s in terms of the pressure, in the terms of force I have to use to actually play the guitar, I'm gonna go to 8s, you know. There's no coming back. Obviously at one point I'll probably go back up the gauge, but for now the idea is, you know, you start with 10s on every single guitar, and you just, you know, try and do your best, you know. If you really struggle, if you really hate it, and, you know, changing the guitars, like playing on a Gibson with a shorter scale won't work, and you really want, if I really want to have something, you know, easier to play, I'm just gonna switch to 9s, okay? So this is the idea behind those strings. There are more strings coming with another package, because I have ordered a cruise tool, freeway tool for very similar to this one, you know, but it's like a more standard looking, and there is some it will give me some of the reach this tool might not give me, okay? It might be good for this, but I won't be able to put it, you know, into some holes to reach the bolt or something, so I need another tool for it. So there will be more strings coming with another package, because, you know, you can never have enough strings. Eventually you will use them. So I'm just gonna wash my hand, and then we will see and check out the tool. And I hold my thumbs. No, wait, this is not the phrase in English. You cross your fingers, because in Poland we say, I'm gonna, hold my thumbs for you, like I'm rooting for you, wishing you best luck. But I think in English you say, I'm gonna have my fingers crossed or something like that. So yeah, fingers crossed. This is gonna work and it's gonna be alright. Because I really like my Gibson, but this one thing just won't let me, ease my mind. So it's a really nice tool. You can get all those input jacks, tie them up, and etc. So looks really handy. And hopefully it will be the answer to my problem as well. Please, Music Nomad, help me out here. Okay, so here we are. What we have to do, we have to unscrew that last string. It's a little bit narrow spaced here. Okay, there we go. Actually, I'm gonna, I'm gonna put 10s on this guitar, since I'm already unscrewing, because I've got hybrids here, with which I have not even played yet. Okay, so here's the problem, The nut doesn't really move on its own, but the pole is actually... Actually, you know what? I want to take a look at it. I want to take a look at it. Is the pole alone? I want to look at that very thread, and looks intact, It looks perfectly in order. So I have no idea what's the problem. Maybe the other part is worn out or something. Let's take that washer. Come on. Let's take that washer of that pole so I can see if the... Dude, come on, cooperate with me here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we can see it inside. I mean, I can barely see it. Okay. Let's see if the pole is bent or something. No. It looks quite solid. Doesn't look bent or anything. It's really hard to tell, It's really pissing me off. Sorry for the choice of words, but it really pisses me off that you can't get a guitar for that price. It's almost 10,000 zloty, That's a lot of money. You can buy a decent car with that kind of money. And you still got, those little problems like, I don't know, loose bushing or wobbly knobs, That's just unacceptable. But this is why I want to have some cheap Yamaha, Okay, this pole looks quite solid and it doesn't really move. It doesn't really move. Okay, I'm gonna put that washer back on. Okay, I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it right back on. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong. As you can see, I can just 2 fingers, you know, I'm not using even more. It just turns around. So there is something definitely wrong here, and I can't really say what it is. It's like there's something wrong with the I'm really not a tech guy, you know. This is why I hate, you know, having troubles with my guitars, because I can't really do it on my own. I don't have tools, I don't have anything. So the thread must go inside of that tube right there, and it just doesn't fit, you know. It's all loose, it just turns around. So yeah, I have trouble right here, because once I put the strings on that pole, you know, it's gonna push it. It's gonna push it, and I can try and actually, I don't know, put a little piece of paper in there, but it might mess things up. It might, I don't know. I have no idea what to do here, really. But it obviously is missing something. There's something missing in here. Okay, what about without the washing? You know, actually, that's weird. You know, because I don't want to tighten it up, you know, I don't want to mess around with the finish of the guitar, but I think the very beginning of the thread, either here or there, is all worn out, and that's great. Where are you? There you are. So maybe if I don't know, I might have to push it a little bit more, or maybe I'm just gonna, now this is the proper side, I can't flip it around. But yeah, I was pretty sure that the thread caught in there, you know. It was alright once it was in there, so maybe because that washer is... I have no idea what to do here, you know. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, goodness, oh my goodness. Yeah, maybe this washer is no, it's not that fat. See, there is no way I can actually push on that screw, on that bolt, and it just misses the very few... Ah, come on, man! It just misses the very first lines of the thread. It just doesn't catch because of that washer, you know? Oh, it's so annoying. I guess I'm gonna have to think about it, you know, quietly. You know, I can do it in my fingers alone. It just goes to that one point and it gets loose again. Oh my goodness. Okay guys, so yeah, the tool Seems to be working, unfortunately. Not very one bushing. Come on, man! It's like, yeah, the very first lines of the thread might be messed up or something, because once I take the washer off, everything seems to be okay. So this must be the problem, unless I'm missing something. What if I put it this way? That looks nasty. So yeah, I might need to, you know, change the whole thing because of the thread being all worn out. Okay, actually I'm gonna take a photo of it, because I'm gonna have to. Whoa, wait a second. Actually, this is okay. Shoot. Yeah. So the thread must be worn out somewhere around inside. Now I could try and fix it somehow, but I'm not really good with fixing stuff, you know. What if I put a little bit of paper inside there, you know, just to give it a little bit more traction? Actually, you know what? It doesn't cost me a lot, and I can actually fix it. Or I have fixed my my falling off knob on the switcher like this. I put a little piece of paper underneath that metal, so maybe, just maybe, if I put there a little paper, it will give it, you know, enough. Oh, where's my? How do you call this? Swiss knife? MacGyver tool of choice. Maybe this will fix it, you know, but it's just so annoying. Expensive guitar, and I have to deal with that kind of thing. Okay, I don't know how much I might need. Not that much, I guess. Okay, let's see if I can fix it with this little bit of paper. Might be worth a try. Now I have to make it. Oh my goodness! I have to make it round. You know, it's not enough. I mean, it's a really small piece of paper, but it might give enough. Okay, it's in there, but I feel like a surgeon. Okay, it's a little bit too long. Okay, how do I take it out now? Okay. Actually, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna screw it like so. What I'm trying to do here, tgchan. Okay, you're trying to put it here. Actually, you won't be able because of that very paper you just put in. Okay, so the paper is still here, as you can see. So maybe it will give it enough of traction. But what the hell am I doing? I need a washer first. Let's make sure that it actually is the right place. There we go. Funny enough, the paper is still sticking out. And now I have to pull the paper out of the way, just slightly, so it can get in its place. I can already feel like it's, you know, more it's tighter. It isn't that loose anymore. Oh, please let it be a solution to my problem. You know, it feels nice under fingers. There's a nice resistance to it. And let's see, there's a slight piece of paper sticking out of it. Okay, I really don't want to overdo it. But it's tight. Holy moly, I have fixed something. I have actually fixed something in my life. Okay, don't jinx it, Chan. Please don't jinx it. Not just yet. Okay, guys, that's tight, you know. What the hell? I fix it with a piece of paper! That little piece of paper actually fixed the problem. Oh my god, I'm gonna be a luthier. Okay, I'm joking. Tight is tight, too tight is broken. This is what I saw on someone's YouTube video when someone was actually trying to fix a volume knob. So yeah, I'm just gonna use 3 fingers here. Tight is tight, too tight is broken. I fix it. You know, it soothes my mind, but I might need a new set of keys anyway. But I fix it, you know. Let's see if other... this one has a problem with intonation, the A string, because of the saddle movement. Let's see if it's tight enough. Hopefully, yeah, it still works. Still works. Get off. Get off. So that was an easy fix. But, you know, paying so much for such guitar, I mean, obviously, you know, it's made by humans, so now that's tight here as well, and that's super tight here as well. Okay guys, so I'm gonna finish it here. I'm just gonna change my strings, check if everything's super tight. Wow, okay, hopefully someone will find it helpful, because if you have 2 threaded parts, you know, and your thread is slightly worn out, or there's some loose problem, a piece of paper can actually fix it, you know. Oh my goodness. Hopefully it will be as easy with ESP, you know. I have to do it, because if I can't handle it, I'm just gonna send the guitar back, you know, even though I don't really want to, because it's a cool looking guitar, it sounds alright. It's a perfectly balanced guitar. It's not that, you know, inconvenient, even with those horns. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'm glad that someone has actually witnessed me fixing something in my life. Thank you, and see you in the next video. We'll be taking apart my ESP V. Yeah, it's not Horizon, it's not anything else. It's a ESP V. Jesus. If everything could be so easily fixable in life,